Aha, bonjour, ginawa, minawa. Hello, everybody, again. This is Ojibwe Language Table with Wes Jourdain. We're working on self-introduction still. This is lesson number 4. Inda is where I dwell. So moving along, go through this again. Bonjour, kinawia. Hello, everybody. Wes Jourdain Indigenous. Wes Jourdain is my name. Gidiga Benesi Indigo is what I'm called. Makwa and Dudame is my clan. Misquaga Miwi Zagai Gunning and Duunjaba is where I'm from. Ga Asanizakog Inda. So today we're lesson 4, working on Inda. Little Rock is where I live or dwell. So we'll go right into this. Inda. In da. Fairly simple. Da meaning she or he lives, dwells in a certain place. And the in is means I. So I, you add in there. In da. I live or dwell. So being that we are from Red Lake here, we're going to use the locations in Red Lake first, and then for those of you that live outside of Red Lake or live somewhere else, we'll name a few of those locations later on in the slideshow here. So Red Lake, we see the 4 stars, the 4 communities here in Red Lake. We'll get started with that. Ga Asaninsakag, Little Rock, and I'll break those words down here a little bit. Ga, something that. Asin is a rock. You add ins, it makes it little, so you have a little rock. I is the connector. Ka means an abundance or a lot. And G is our locative, or it gives our location. So if you go right down the line, Ga Asinins Ikag, a place where there's an abundance of little rocks. So hence Little Rock community. And this is how it sounds when you add Inda. Ga Asaninsakag Inda. Little Rock is where I live or dwell, or I live in Little Rock. Okay, moving on to our middle star on our Red Lake Nation flag. Misquaga Miwi Zaga Igun, or Misquaga Miwi Zaga Iguning. And as you can see here, Misquagame, the liquid is red. Wi is the connector. Zaga Igun is a lake. And Ing is adding the locative, or giving us the location. Again, Misquagame, We, Zaga Igun, Ing. Misquagamiwi, Zaga Iguning. Also, Red Lake, you can, the community also known as Ogakaning. Ogakaning. And we have Ogakaning here. Oga is a walleye. Ka, we see the word ka again, in abundance or in a lot. And ning is given our locative or our location. So oga, ka, ning. Oga, ka, ning. That's another way to say Red Lake in Ojibwe. Misquagamiwi Zagai Gunning Ninda. Red Lake is where I live or dwell. Or Ogakaning Inda. Red Lake is where I live or dwell. Either or. Use either one, whatever one you're comfortable with. Moving on to the east, we have Madabi Mung. Madabi Mung. Okay, and that breaks down Madabi. She or he goes down to the shore or an open place. Mun is the road. And what I was told that there's train tracks in Redby that lead from the lake into the town, to the little community, and they use that for transporting lumber, I believe, lumber yard back there. And a long time ago, they used to have steamboats that pushed trees across the lake, and then they would transfer them out from the railroad tracks in Redby. So Madabi, she goes down to the shore, an open place. Mun is the road, and G is our locative, giving it our location. Madabi Mung. Madabi Mung. So that's a little bit about the community of Redby, and we're gonna move along. Madabi Mung and Da. Redby is where I live or dwell. Okay, now our fourth community here in Red Lake. Last but not least, Obashi. Panema. Okay, so we have Obashi, which is the Narrows, and NG giving us our locative or location. Obashi, the place where there's narrows. It is a narrows, I believe. Also, Panema. Panema comes from the word Banima. Banima, which means later, after a while, or eventually. So if you hear Banima, it can also mean Panema. Obashi and Da. Panema is where I live or dwell. Banima and Da. Panema is where I live or dwell. So either one of those would work. Okay, we're going to move right along. Those are our communities here in Red Lake. There was this map that was shared that I took pictures of, where we're allowed to take pictures of at a demonstration or at a meeting. And I got this little map. And it's a map of Red Lake. And if you can see real closely on there, different locations around the lake, and they're numbered, and it also came with the index to that. And so name places, get a little bit closer here, 1 through, I think there's 40. So you can always stop this video, pause it if you're looking for a word or a name of a place. These are place names around Red Lake, and they go along with this map here. I didn't get the complete map, but I did get much of Lower Red Lake, and you can plug these numbers in and their names on this side. So if you want to, you can pause the video, put 2 and 2 together. You guys know how it works, so hopefully. So here's just some other place names, so you can hear in Ojibwe. Maybe you're from some of these locations. I didn't put too many on here, but we have Bay-Majigamog, and that's Bemidji, of course. Onigaminsing, Duluth, talking about a portage, I believe. Onigam. Gakabikung, Minneapolis. Again, you put in da at the end of these, and so it sounds like Bay-Majigamog and da, Onigaminsing and da, Gakabikung and da, meaning, Minneapolis is where I live or dwell. Ashkebuggy-Zeebing. Ashkebuggy-Zeebing is a word that I had to look up. I hope it's right. says St. Paul. Okay. Ashkabuggy Ziebing in Da. Ozagi Ziebing. Ozagi Ziebing in Da. St. Cloud is where I live or dwell. Mushkazibing, Bad River. Mushkazibing and Da. Ga Misquabicog, Redcliffe. Nejingwakokong. That's Pine Point. I think Ne might be the point. Jingwak is the is it White Pines? And then there's our word Ka again in abundance, and then our location Kong. So Pine Point in Da. Nejingwako Kong and Da. Pine Point is where I live. So that just a few of the names that I wanted to throw out there in case you live in some of those locations. These are review from our last one. Misquagamiwi Zagaigan Red Lake. Zagasqua Jamaica Leech Lake. Gawaba Beganikog White Earth. Mississauga Gunning. Mille Lacs. Nagajiwanong Fond du Lac. So I always have trouble with this one. Zagaquandago Wininiwug. Boys Fort, or the men of the fir trees, the firs, maybe, possibly. Got a bunch. Gitchi Nigaming, Grand Portage. So you could use Inda for these two. If you just add Inda to the end of these different reservations. And that's it for lesson 4 today. Miigwech Bizendawieg, Minawa, Miigwech Giganawaban Demeg. Thank yous for listening and thank yous for watching. As always, Gigawaba Min and Im Naagaj. I will see yous later. Ahow.